Welcome back. Dr. Tim Weeks here. So hopefully at this point you should be elevating your health. Your diet has changed, the inflammation and weight is coming down, your digestive system is activating, you're taking the support for your stomach, your liver, your small intestine, your large intestine. Hopefully you're doing the morning routine. You're waking up, you're taking a cold shower and then hot and then cold again, you're drinking your water, you're doing the breathing through your diaphragm to oxygenate your body, you're doing your stretches, and I'll bet at this point you're seeing changes. I'll bet that people are starting to notice and they're saying, what are you doing? Well, I want to talk to you about the next part of this, and it's movement. Movement is life, let's face it. Only on death does movement stop. I read an article, it was actually in the New York Times, it said, sitting is the new smoking. Unfortunately, according to new research, only 20% of people exercise or move in any meaningful fashion throughout the day. Only 3% of people use their gym memberships. We are becoming a docile civilization. Hundreds of years ago, if you wanted to eat, you had to go out and dig up the potatoes and kill the pig. Now we just dial in our iPhones and the Chinese food is delivered right to our door. It seems like with a lot of technological advances, we're actually becoming lazier. We're moving less. We wake up, we get in our cars, we drive to work, we sit all day, we get back in our cars, we drive home, we sit in front of the TV. We're being docile, and this is causing major problems in the body. So I want to talk about movement. First, we have to move, and it doesn't really matter which way you want to do it. Whatever brings you joy is how you should be moving, but we have to move. For me, I like to go for walks. I'm out here right now in the beautiful Cuyahoga Valley National Park with my dog Eva, and I'm enjoying the day. And so for me, it's enjoyable. And when you're doing something that you enjoy, it doesn't feel like work. It's not like you're in a gym and you're just staring at a screen, holding on to the treadmill for dear life. No, we're moving in ways that we enjoy. So if you like to dance, go and dance. If you like to swim, swim. If you're like me, I think that I was probably a deer in my former life. I like to move through the forest. And so that's the first step, is movement. Now, it's important that we track our movement. And so I am a huge proponent of these movement trackers. This is the Garmin movement tracker. We need to be getting 10,000 movements in per day. If we're not getting 10,000 movements in per day, we're not moving our body in a meaningful way so that we can oxygenate our body. The lymphatic system, which is how our body eliminates toxins, it's run completely by the movement of our limbs and the breathing of our lungs. And so if we're not moving enough, we're not eliminating the crap and the toxins out of our body. And so when people ask me, like, well, how should I do exercise? Should I do this? Should I do P90X? Or should I do a CrossFit? And I say, well, forget about all that. First of all, just move. Move in whatever way that you enjoy so that it's sustainable. The second thing is move 10,000 steps per day. Now, a lot of us, we want to be heroes. We want to go to the gym and push it as hard as we can. And I like this. I like climbing up a mountain and looking over the other side. And we like to push our bodies. And this is okay, but unfortunately, most of us are pushing our bodies too hard. So I'm going to explain to you the science of movement. There's two types of movement. There's aerobic movement, which means with oxygen. And when you do aerobic movement with oxygen, it's under a certain heart rate. So for me, under a heart rate of about 145 beats a minute, my body is burning fat for fuel, and the mitochondrial cells are utilizing oxygen. Once you go past a certain point, you become anaerobic. Once you're anaerobic, your body can't utilize oxygen and it can't burn fat. And so you are anaerobic and you burn sugar for fuel. 90% of us are working out too hard and too fast, and we're working out in this anaerobic phase. And so I often ask people, well, why are you moving? And they're like, well, I want to lose weight. I want to be healthier. And so I have to show people that going into the anaerobic phase is not healthy. We can do it for short bursts, but only once we're healthy. And so I want you to start moving 10,000 movements a day. I don't care what you do, just something that you enjoy. Now, here's how you know that you're in an aerobic, oxygen, fat-burning zone. Take 180 minus your age. So if you're 30 years old, your maximum heart rate should be 150 beats per minute. If you have had an injury or had constant illnesses or major fatigue in the last 6 months, drop it another 5. If you're an athlete and you haven't had any injuries and you feel good and you've been doing aerobic exercise for at least 6 months, you can add 5. And so for me, like I said, I'm a 37-year-old male, and so my max heart rate is 143 beats a minute, but I've been exercising, I have good energy, so sometimes I'll push that up to about 148 beats per minute. And so this is incredible. And I love giving people this tip and watching them change. A lot of people that used to hate exercise, they go out there and it hurts when they exercise and they don't feel good. As soon as they start doing it in an aerobic phase and they're tracking their heart rate and their movements with a movement tracker and a heart rate tracker, all of a sudden exercise becomes enjoyable. They love moving. They find that all of a sudden their metabolism begins to activate because they're burning fat for fuel. When you do aerobic exercise, you're building muscle that burns fat. When you do anaerobic, you burn muscle that burns sugar. And so our goal, of course, is to get our bodies into a fat-burning machine. This is how we can have a fast metabolism and great energy for life. And so one more thing I want you to understand. When we're doing anaerobic exercise, we actually only have a 90-minute reserve. So if I ask you to start running right now in an anaerobic phase, you will not make it more than 90 minutes before you just collapse. But if I ask you to start running and you're in an aerobic, fat-burning, oxygen phase, you could go all the way from here in Cleveland to New York City and back. And so a lot of us have all of these reserves of energy in the form of fat. If we can use our fat efficiently by doing aerobic exercise, we don't get these blood sugar spikes and drops. We don't get these feelings like we're running out of energy. What we get is we get maximum energy all the time. And so I really encourage you first to move, then to follow a heart rate and a movement tracker to know that you're moving in the right way, and then finally, and most importantly, do it in a way you enjoy in a beautiful place that you love to be. I'll see you next week. And P.S., postscript, one more thing. Attached to this video is your homework assignment. This week, if you don't have a movement tracker, I really recommend the Garmin. I've played with the Fitbit. I like the Garmin better, but get the Fitbit or the Garmin that has the heart rate and the movement tracker. And then the second thing is to begin to move. And so attached to this is times and then and a chart. So you write in the activity you did, the time you did it for, and I want you to start filling this out every day, at least for a little while, until you get in the habit of getting to your 10,000 steps and moving in a meaningful manner. Great. I'll see you next week.